Okay, guys, pay attention. Chief Blanchard went back out to the church in Aransas Pass, harassed these people again, made up some more laws, threatened to arrest people, and it's complete garbage. And as usual, I'm going to show you the truth. Pay attention.
Well, we go now tonight to the issue of homelessness, something that affects not only metropolitan areas, but also smaller coastal bend communities. And that is certainly the case in Aransas Pass, where a local church is allowing homeless individuals a place not only to worship, but to set up their tents. And as our Build Churchwell reports tonight, despite the good deed, it is something that is also catching the attention of some residents and law enforcement. He joins me now with that report. Bill?
At the Remnant Church on Commercial Street in Aransas Pass, folks gather inside for a night of music and fellowship. Lead pastor Tracy Frazier opened the doors 3 years ago.
We all deserve a second chance, even a third chance. Jesus' love is unconditional.
But the house of worship has also become a refuge, offering those who don't have a place to call home somewhere to also lay their heads.
We get kicked at, we get cussed at, and so I said, sure, stay there.
Just outside, you can see the peaks of tents where a handful of folks have set up their homes. They invited me to get a closer look at their current living arrangements.
The church has done everything for me. I really appreciate Sister Tracy for helping me and my wife out.
Glenn Clues says the church has saved his life.
A lot of people look at this place and don't think much of it. I can't think of another place I'd rather be.
Like I said, we've had several people come off the streets right here in the Aransas Pass.
However, a social media post about the tents has drawn criticism from some community members, calling it an eyesore.
There was other people saying that they need to throw a match over here and burn it down. But 90% of them was just taken up for the homeless,
But complaints have also caught the attention of police. Chief Eric Blanchard said no matter which side you were on, under a new state law, the tents have to go. The police department
So what Chief Blanchard is referring to is HB 1925, which is a Texas law that came out a few years back. That law is particular to the homeless and not sleeping, eating, that kind of thing in parks and stuff like that, parking lots. So basically it's for public property, not private property. The church is private property, and Chief Blanchard's making stuff and pulling stuff out of his butt to pretend like this is public property, but it's not. And as you can see from the data I just showed you, it's not. Pay attention to what I'm going to show you next, and it's the actual lot that belongs to the owner, not the city. Boy, don't you find Chief Blanchard amusing with his lying butt. Not only can he not write them a citation for camping on private property, but let's just say for shits and giggles that it was public property. Well, that would be a Class C misdemeanor, punishable by about $500, and you can't arrest them. The only way he can arrest them is if they're repeat offenders or if they refuse to sign the citation. Chief Blanchard's a liar. He's using his bully tyrant ass to try to intimidate this church. It's pathetic and sad. He's going against a church in Aransas Pass. Y'all people need to stand up and fight this piece of shit and do not let him trample on people's rights, period. He's now targeting a church and the poorest of the population. Why? Because he has no balls. He's not a man. He's not going to come attack somebody like me because I'll tell him how it is to his face. Y'all need to do something about this guy and help me get his ass out of our town.
I understand the whole fact that it's an eyesore. I understand that. But I also understand that if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.